We're gonna go to Andrea. So Yvonne was one of the older ones, Andrea was one of the younger ones, and she was actually the first woman to land in France via parachute. And her story was that she hadn't been out of occupied France very long. She was there when the Germans came rolling into France, and she started working for what was called the WWII line. It was for downed airmen, and I kind of liken it to the Underground Railroad. If you were a Royal Air Force officer flying for England and you got shut down, maybe your plane was destroyed but you parachuted in, you were still in your uniform and you probably did not speak French. And so a lot of native French people took it upon themselves to hide these airmen, and they would kind of ferret them from safe house to safe house. The goal was to get over to the Pyrenees and then into neutral Spain. And from neutral Spain, you could go back to England. And this was really good for two reasons. One, it was good for morale, that if Royal Air Force officers saw their comrades getting shot down and all of a sudden they returned back to England, that looks pretty good. And also RAF officers were expensive. So the downed airmen were pirated through, and Andrea worked for this line. There was a lot of betrayal in the WWII line, and Andrea was about to get arrested herself. So she took the PAO line, ended up in Spain. She got to England. She went through a debriefing. She was French and she hated the Nazis, and she'd only been out of France for a couple of weeks. She was recruited into SOE right away. She went through her training. Like I said, she was the first woman to actually parachute into France. Her job was she was going to be courier for Prosper, which is one of the largest circuits for SOE. So she arrived about a month before Prosper himself. This is Prosper. His real name was Francis Suttle. He had a French mother and an English father. He grew up in England and he went to an English boarding school. So his accent was not very good. And as soon as he landed in France, Andrea had made friends with a bunch of local French people, and they're like, Andrea, you can't let him talk. Even the Germans can tell that he's not French. So he became her Belgian brother, and Andrea basically spoke for him.